Look at this tree. How's it going, gents? Here we are in tropical Queensland. So warm compared to winterous Melbourne. I should probably say what I'm getting on. This is the Triumph Street Triple RS 765. The new beast from Triumph. Let's get this thing on. Yep, traction control, go away. Good. This is the Glasshouse Mountains, if you can see off in the distance in Queensland. This is the media launch. So I'm on an RS, some there's Rs and S RS models. Major difference is you got all-in suspension on and Brembo brakes on the RS. Pretty sure quick shift is on both of them, and you got a slipper clutch. This bike is priced around $17,000, which is really freaking good value for what you're getting.
Yeah, this is some serious twisties. So yeah, this is going to be the new motor for the Moto 2. There will be some differences, obviously. It's going to be a race spec engine with titanium everything. It's going to be awesome to hear be at the MotoGP and hearing basically triples roll around. It's going to be sweet. All-in suspension's pretty good. Probably set up for a much heavier rider than me though. Bumping me around a lot, but this is a serious road, this one. This town though, when you get on it, fantastic. Woo! Look at that road! Wow! Looks so good from here. The long road. Promo shots. Pretty fun. Trying to ride at a reasonable pace. Don't think of a bike when it's hard. Even in freaking track mode, it won't let me do. Freaking hell, I hate traction control. Traction control is not meant to be an anti-wheelie motorcycle, people. Finally, I have traction control off completely, so I can do sick, because you cannot wheelie whatsoever with the traction control on. I have my mode set up though. It's no traction control, everything in fast mode, but with ABS on. Normal road mode ABS. Honestly say, I reckon the suspension on the RS is a little too stiff. These roads aren't fantastic, and it's really hard to
feel the wheels skipping all the time. Maybe the R model will be better for road stuff. I'm sure the RS is going to be fantastic on the track, where it's, you know, bubbly smooth and nice and even and shit, but these roads have got some bumps in it. Front skipping all over. I'm finding on the road as well, I'm sitting between third gear, but it's not enough power. The power is a bit further up. 6,000 doesn't have a whole lot, so if I punch out a corner at 6,000, a bit of a delay until I get the power that I want. Seconds too low. Flicking in between second and third the entire time, man. God, I'd pay good money for a down quick shifter. The quick shifter up is great. Not the best through town and shit, but it works really well when you're out here and up in the rev range. It's working fantastic. I guess when you got a nice quick shifter, sometimes it's nice to change gears a lot. So kind of fine with a 1000cc bike on the road. You sit in second a lot. Yeah. Shimmy around from second to third and enjoy the quick shifter. Alright, time to shine, guys. The wheelie picture. Road's closed. Photographers are set. The original Street Triple 675 was kind of a disappointment when I rode it. I rode the Street Triple R back when I was looking at upgrading to a 600 from my Ninja 250, and I'd ridden a couple other 600s like an R6 and other bikes, and the 675 Street Triple didn't scare me. It was just a nice bike, but it didn't do anything for me. Like, it didn't freak me out or anything. Like, and I wanted that. Like the R6, like generally, like legitimately kind of scared me when I got up on its rev range. Like the 675 didn't. I could definitely tell you that this bike is much different. Whereas the Street Triple was, you know, felt nowhere near as fast as an inline 4 Japanese 600. This definitely does, if not faster. It makes about 120 horsepower, this R model, this RS model, and it makes more torque down low than that, I'm sure, because I can't really clutch up second gear wheelies on 600s anywhere near as good as I can on this thing. It definitely has some power to pull you. It's freaking nice, but I will say it's bad points starting off. For this RS model, the Öhlins rear shock and the Showa front setup must be set up for a fatter rider than me. It must be too light, because it's bouncing all over the joint, skipping the front wheel and stuff. I'm sure with some proper setup it'd be much better though. For the track, I reckon it's going to be awesome, but we've just done some bumpy ass twisties and it's hard to keep the thing, like, you know, nice and settled and shit. The brakes are fantastic, but they do have that for some reason, Brembo, the M50 Brembos and shit, they don't have as much bite as, say, like a BMW 1000RR. The fueling isn't fantastic on this bike. It's got a really big delay before it kicks in. Now, with throttle by wire, generally it's too snatchy. There's no delay, and it's just really hard to get that even amount of you know, slight delay and give you the throttle electronically. The BMW did it really well, if not maybe a little bit too much delay, like a tiny little delay. This has got way too much delay, and whereas like the MT09 has like no delay, and it's just like snatch, there's just way too much. Like, it's sketchy out of corners and shit, because it's just like nothing throttle. There's no kind of intermediateness. That's about it. Maybe the gearing is a little bit off for the road. I find myself in the twisties sitting between second and third, changing gears a lot, but I mean, that's gearing. That's up to the rider where you're riding. So pretty much it in terms of that stuff about the bike. The good bits are great. So the screen is actually fantastic. Amazing amount of information on it. The dashes on motorcycles these days is getting phenomenal.
with these bikes these days, you got to set up what kind of throttle you want, what type of traction control you want, what kind of ABS you want. And generally when you turn off the bike, it just goes back to the default, and it's super annoying on bikes these days. This bike has a profile that lets you completely set that up, and it will still default to sport mode, but it lets you quickly go back to that. Really cool. So I got to set up fast everything, but ABS on, traction control completely off. So hope you can see this, people. As you can see in the menu, riding modes. So you can set it up. Rain, road, sport, track, and a rider setup. So if you're a rider, you can set your ABS, your throttle map, traction control. What style? Ooh, I don't know, I have no idea. And then you can quickly, so that when you turn the bike on, you just go map, select your rider mode, done. That quick, and your bike's set up to how you want. So yeah, the old Street Triple 675 didn't do it for me. This bike is the middleweight that you want. So we got big Brembos, Olin's rear shock, shower front. It's nice, man. Brembo radial master cylinder. Comparing it to the old 675, I think it's a much better bike. It's really just like a Daytona 675R naked bike, but faster. It's actually a really, like the old 675R, I just wrote it off as a bike that just bored me. It just wasn't for me. Like, never really thought about it. But this is different. This bike is actually really freaking fun. It's more fun than a normal 600 Japanese 4-cylinder bike. Yet super comfortable, super modern, with all the electronic gizmos and everything you want. Really good brakes, really good suspension. It's a freaking really good bike. And I mean, this is how they come stock. See the LED indicators, the mirrors on the end. These are stock bikes. These aren't optioned up. The stock RS is just like this, as out of the dealership. About $17,000 in Australia, probably way cheaper in America and Europe. But 17 grand Australia, and you get this quick shifter. It's just really kitted out. Like, the only thing you'd want to put on it is exhaust. Maybe an Arrow exhaust or something, and then you're done. So just quickly jumped on a R model, not the RS. So I was on the RS. And the difference of the R, it's a little bit lower tune. It doesn't have a quick shifter, doesn't have the Olin's, and doesn't have the big fancy monobox Brembos. Just coming through the town of Biwa. Shout out to all my Biwa subscribers. I was in Biwa a couple of months ago. I went to that country Target and bought a hat. ABS back on. Look at these children. Look at these 50-year-old journalist children. These children have children my age.